Julien, what's your assessment of the game?
We played completely two different halves. The first half was too poor, tactically, technically, intensity with the ball, without the ball. It was too poor. And the second half was good or very good, and with more intensity, ability to press the opponent, to recover the ball higher on the pitch, to use well the ball, create danger. So it was completely different. I was very disappointed at halftime because this is not the way how we want to play. And the second half, I enjoyed the second half, but it's hard to start with 2-0 for the opponent, and it's hard to imagine getting good results when you start only after 45 minutes, in fact.
What was the message at half time? Were you quite angry with players?
Yeah, first of all, we had to fix some problems, so it was the first message. Tactically, we had to fix the problem with the first line, because if we are not able to press well against a back three, it's easy for them after to use a wing back, and it's easy to cross in the box and to create danger, and that's what the problem. One of the most problem we had in the first half, and we fixed very well that in the second half, so it was completely different. They only had possibility when Bar entered into the pitch at the end of the game, but with 1 against 1 when the space increased, and it was normal the last 10 or 15 minutes, because we had to take some more risk at the end of the game. So it was the first problem that we need to fix at the halftime. After, if we fix the problem tactically, we need to have more intensity. So yes, I was a little bit angry at the halftime with the intensity of the first half, for sure. And the players honestly did very well in the second half, and we want to play like this, and I hope we will be able quickly to play more than 45 minutes, because especially away, it's too difficult to imagine getting a good result if we play only 45 minutes.
Was that a surprise to you how the players played in the first half at the start of the
game? Yeah. But we need to analyze well and to speak with the player. Why? Probably it's also my fault. I didn't prepare well the player, probably, and enough well for the first half. They changed. They play with the back three. We didn't imagine that before the game, but when we saw the team sheet, we spoke with the player just before the kickoff that it was a possibility back three, and in fact it was exactly the same thing than against Preston with the back three. So we prepare well against Preston tactically, and yes, we had a good first line of pressure, especially in the first half against Preston. So it was just 1 week ago. So we need to read more quickly the situation to be able to fix the problem, not only at the halftime, but after 5 or 10 minutes. Yes, so this is one improvement that we have to do.
And the fans seem to be getting quite frustrated with the team before Kieran scored. Do you think that was fair from them?
Yeah, it was normal. Honestly, with the first half, we were all frustrated. First of all, the fans. And yes, everybody, I think, was frustrated. It was normal. So yes, we had to do a better second half also for the fans, because it was sold out, and we can lose. Okay, it's football. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But if you lose, you have to lose with character, with intensity, and with the way how we want to play, not like in the first half.
So after seeing that today, do you expect that to not be a problem again going forward?
I don't know. Let's see in the future, but I hope we will learn quickly about that. I hope so. It will be completely different against Coventry, because they don't play in the same way than Watford. But we know this is a very, very good team, so we need to increase the level if we want to win something against Coventry.
And Richard Kone started on the bench today, came on.
Yeah.
Is it going to take a bit of time for him to get up to speed?
Yeah, he did only 2 sessions with us on Wednesday and yesterday and Friday. He didn't do a lot of sessions with this club the last 2 or 3 weeks. So yes, we need to do more sessions with him, and to develop him physically to be 100%. It was the first 25 minutes today. I think he did well, especially to hold up the ball, and we can see that he will have a good profile, different profile than the other striker that we have on the squad. Yeah, but we need to have the more weeks and more training session with the teammates to know more the teammates and to know how he's able to move. And he needs also the training session to know well the way how we want to play. Even if I found that he did well the 25 minutes on the pitch.
And why did you decide to make the changes to the defence there? Why did you decide to bring Steve Cook in and leave Escudinha out?
Yeah, because I think in the second half, you know, we had some injuries in the defensive line, especially, so we need to move some players. And yes, I wanted to have more offensive player with Escardinha in the second half to create also more danger. But okay, we were away and we start with Dembele, with Smithy, with Cher, and with Burrell. That's been 4 offensive players. Field and Madsen are not a real number 6. So after that, we need to have as a fullback one player more defensive at the beginning of the game. So it was a choice, but when we saw the first half, we need to change something. So we change only one player, but we change also very quickly at the beginning of the second half two more players. Try to put more pressure especially on the defensive line.
That's great, thanks, Julien.
We did look uncomfortable in the first half when passing out from the back from goal kicks. Is that something that you're looking to persist with, or is there anything that you kind of like want to build with the team there?
Yeah, I think it was not only on these phases, it was honestly all the phases. We struggle with the ball and without the ball collectively. We didn't start well, and they succeed to have a first situation or 2 situations after 4 or 5 minutes. So yeah, we need to be more aggressive, to be more intense in the beginning of the game, of course. And yes, we need to improve. That's it. So I want also to say that I liked very well the second half and the reaction of the players and how they were able to play as a real team, And yes, we need to focus also on that, not only on the first half, but to analyze completely the game. We need to think about the first half and the second half.
Okay. There's been a massive media attention on Kone this week, obviously. It's a lot of money for a League One player and so on. He was on the bench, as you say, only had 2 sessions. Is that the reason he started on the bench, or do you think he's not fit enough for the championship?
No, only 2 training sessions and only two training sessions with us. And when you don't train the last 2 or the last 3 weeks, we are not in pre-season now. We are at the beginning of the league, but all the players are not at 100%. And if you are not at 100%, it's difficult to imagine starting, So that's why he didn't start. And I think he need to work more, probably the last 2 or 3 weeks, because he didn't do a lot of things the last 2 or 3 weeks. So it's very easy to explain why he didn't start. And yes, for the rest, for the money, it's not my problem. My problem is only to train the players and to see the player available to play, and yes, to do the choice after that.
Obviously, you see a player there who will do well for Rangers. I mean, how long before the move are you actually tracking? Because other clubs, like even Celtic and Scotland, were looking, and you chose obviously the right moment to sign him, and you obviously see a player who's going to do very well for you.
Yeah, it's always a question of opportunity, So when you have the opportunity, you have to take one. But it's the same thing on the pitch. When you have the opportunity to kill the opponents, we need to kill the opponents. And they took the opportunity in the first half because we were too poor. And in the second half, we had the opportunity to score and we didn't take the opportunity. So it's very simple, in fact, to explain the situation. And yes, I can do also just, I don't know how to say in English, but it's a comparison how we can compare the two situations. I think so on the pitch and to answer to your questions.
It's your 3rd competitive match in England. What do you think how do you see the physicality and the speed of the game? Is that different to
Well, except Plymouth because we play with only with the young players. If I have to compare against Preston and Watford, for me it was different games because the way how Preston played last week, it was a lot of long ball, second ball, channel, long throwing, set pieces, and it was different today. So, but yes, we can see that if you are not enough intense, it's very you struggle in the league. So the players know that, and yes, we need to deal with that. We are not the most powerful team in the league. You can see that, and we are very young. Also, we have a very young player, so we need to develop this player. They need to stay confident, but they need to understand also that championship, it's a fight sometimes, and we need to fight to win the fight. After that, you can play, and in the second half, we need the fight because we press well, we recover the ball higher, we won the second ball, and after that, we can play. If you don't win the fight, you can't play. And in the first half, they won the fight. It's very easy in fight, and this is my opinion after the two first games. To answer to your question.
Last one, did you think that was a red card or was it a little harsh?
I did honestly, I didn't know the situation, but it's hard situation. I don't know it's red. I'm not sure it's red card. I have to see another time, but the ref took his decision and he was close to the situation, me 50 or 60 meters, so it's impossible for me to say
Thank you.
exactly
Thanks.
the situation. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.